Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Orlando Sentinels and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the oldest capital city in the Americas, founded in 1325, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Orlando Sentinels and the Mexico City Golden Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Mexico City team as they interplay here. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Orlando club, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long. Back to throw. Polk. Over the middle, complete. That's Carter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 17, and it'll give him a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Come on, set, 8, read. You want this? Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Polk. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. Looking to throw. Polk. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A look now at our starting defense. They enter play one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
This is an area of the game that they definitely have to improve because right now, against the pass, top 10 in the league. But against the run, that's where the struggles have come in. You've got to find a way to make sure they stop runners before they get started.
On third down, Polk. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Here we go.
A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? If as a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Now, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down. On third down, Crowder. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And his kick is right there. It's good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Throw left side complete. That's McGee. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
On third down, McCauley. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Hit it. 53 at the line. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's go. Let's make these babies.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 33 yards that time. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. Stick the oar. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check 9, check 9. Ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Go now. And 2 spot. Deep grip.
On 2nd down now. Croder.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that's now 2 big catches on this drive for him.
You know, the NFL keeps talking about the possibility of using video for coaching on the sidelines. That's not approved yet, but you can still use pictures. They've got to send his picture down to their defense and say, you see him? Cover it.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down. Polk looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And this one is right through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And here's Collins. From the gun, he'll throw. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Collins. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Page. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Back to throw. Collins got his man complete over the middle. That's Page. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They run the counter. McCauley. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 6. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And he had time there. I mean, you give any quarterback that length of time, he'll make you pay.
It just puts way too much stress on guys trying to cover downfield because, as you said, you don't much time in the pocket. He can scan the field, find the open person. That's exactly what happened there. And what was the end result again?
Touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. So that drives 7 plays in length. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Go. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Polk over the middle, complete. It's Jimenez. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
60 yours.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Polk, and this one's incomplete.
Down.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, we got 4.
Throwing again, Polk. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Polk. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get a field goal. Give yourself a lead going into the half. But if you're going to do this, you better have supreme trust in your quarterback. Supreme trust in the guy's going to handle the football. Because if you turn it over here, not only do you go in down at the half, you've given the momentum squarely to your opponent. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Collins operating from the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McGee. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Ready? 56. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Clear. 5.
Now Collins on 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw. Collins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now left side on the swing pass. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. Collins now from the gun on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Come on.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete to Turner. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Back to throw. Collins. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Looking to throw. Collins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. 2nd and 2. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to retake the lead. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 12 plays in length. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 23 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Off play action. Polk. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
He's not going to get me.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Ready? 10 logo. Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Polk. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Back now in Mexico City as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg. Polk. Here as he's taken down.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Polk. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 54 yards away. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. McCauley trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Collins. Throw left side complete. That's McGee. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now they'll run on the draw. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
70, Indy.
They'll keep it on the ground. McCauley. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
60 Pittsburgh.
They'll run on 1st down. McCauley. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They come out here in the eye. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And on the ground they go with a running back. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in. And the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Let's see what you got.
They'll keep it on the ground. McCauley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Collins. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Point after try forthcoming. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. A 10-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Polk. He finds Douglas complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Polk. Over the middle, complete. That's Jimenez. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2nd and 4. On the crossing route, complete. It's Douglas. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. Back to throw. Polk.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's complete to Watt. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking to throw. Polk. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Polk. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, just was unsuccessful.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. And they will take a knee here. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Ready to break. 54. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl. Get it.
And they take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they'll indeed take a knee. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized it was a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for our visitors, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And now it's off to the airport for a date with Customs and a long flight north to the U.S. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they will fall to 1-1.